Hey, 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 I'm your host, Dominique Richard, and today I'm joined by the insanely talented Zoey Leven. This is another episode of Live at Evolution.
Hi, I'm Zoey Leven, and this song is called Spiked Fruit Punch. Do you ever whisper under your breath about the past night you want so badly to forget? Just a little vodka in your soda, turn it all kinds of colors next to your cigarette. Blue skies, what a waste of time if you don't have regrets. Convenient to forget what made you upset. Keep in mind, your words will be the death of me. Keep your wide world apart from the trouble you gave me.
Hi, Zoey. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you spending your family day with us.
Yeah.
Now, you're from Vancouver. You've been studying music your whole life, and I read that you actually come from quite a musical family.
Yeah.
Your aunt taught you piano, and
She did.
Your cousin is a musical theater. So having been surrounded by music and talent your whole life, I'm curious, did you always know that you were going to go into music?
I think I had moments where I knew this was going to be an important part of my life, no matter what. But I remember driving in the car one time and I was listening to music, staring out the window, having my own little angsty music video as we all do. And I just remember thinking I love music so much, and I had just started to learn how to sing and play at the same time and was just starting to write songs. And I remember thinking this is something that I could actually do with my life as a career, and just the thought of that was just really exciting. And I just remember saying that to my parents, and since I come from such a musical family, they were so supportive of that idea right off the bat. So I think that's kind of when I really knew. That must have been around maybe 11 or so. 11
oh wow,
or 12.
So you were pretty young.
Yeah.
And would you say your family was a pretty big influence on that?
I would think so. I mean, I think they were definitely a support, having that encouragement all the time, and having, my parents putting me in lots of extracurriculars and then lots of music stuff as well. And pushing me just the right amount. Like when I would do piano lessons, I was really bad at practicing for the first little bit.
I can relate because I played piano growing up and I hated practicing.
Oh yeah. But now I look back and I'm like, okay, I'm glad that my aunt and my mom and my dad, they all pushed me, because they were like, you have the potential, you can do it. You have to practice at it and work hard. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, it's good you had that extra push to get to where you are today. You say your music is influenced by many genres, including classic rock and soft folk. How would you describe your music? And do you have a main genre you feel like your music kind of falls into?
I feel like the word that I always end up using and a lot of people use nowadays is like indie.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't have a necessary genre to it, so it's just an easy like umbrella word.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every song I do kind of changes a little bit with its like subgenres.
Yeah, totally.
So I usually say, yeah, like indie rock is kind of my like umbrella term for everything, but I feel like new stuff that I've put out and new stuff that I'm writing is a little more on the folkier side.
Yeah.
So maybe indie folk.
So you kind of go back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about your newest single. On January 30th, you released Spiked Fruit Punch, which is fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Could you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind that song?
Yeah, so I actually first started writing that song near the end of high school, and it was very like coming of age, nostalgic, you know, looking forward to the future, but kind of scared type thing.
Yeah.
So it was very influenced by the like cliche high school experience. There's some lyrics in there about, you know, being at a party and smoking cigarettes and vodka, like all that kind of stuff. And then I was kind of writing the guitar part for a few years after that, 'cause it's very like finger style, like heavy type of song. So I've kind of just like tweaked it as the years go on, and then it's finally been at a place the last couple years where I felt really confident to perform it. And then I thought, let's just put it out there, because I feel like it really encapsulates what I want to talk about in my music and how I want the listeners to feel. Very like, nostalgic, bittersweet, have a good cry if you need, maybe. I know I do sometimes.
Totally. Oh, yeah. We all need a good song to cry to.
Yeah.
Now to celebrate, I actually made you a little bracelet for the release of the new song. Yeah, to celebrate. I know it hasn't been out for that long.
This is so cute. Oh my gosh.
I know. My thing is bracelet. I love making bracelets. I go to a lot of concerts and I always have to have bracelets with like the song names or song lyrics on them. So
that's so nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
This next song is called I'm My Own Worst Enemy. He doesn't have a care in the world, full of confidence. He must be faking it. Why can't I have as many friends as he has? If I could only get out of my head, I bet the world would open up storms. Would I live in a world full of regret? But if I call myself the underdog to make everyone else feel small, oh, I'll make enemies from my friends, 'cause I'm tired and I'm busy feeling so sorry for myself. Gave you a cake on my birthday just for saying goodbye, but it's not your fault or anyone's. You're just a lovable guy. So who blame you for living? I used to think about getting even, but now I wish I could outgrow the need to be known. But if I call myself the underdog to make everyone else feel small, oh, I make enemies of all my friends, 'cause I'm tired and I'm busy feeling so sorry. Maybe myself.
Now, you played several shows across Vancouver at many different venues. We have the Fox Cabaret, the Painted Ship, the Biltmore Cabaret. Do you have a favorite show or a favorite venue to perform at?
Ooh. Oh, I've had a lot. I think favorite venue would probably be the Fox. I've done a few shows there and I've always had a good experience. And the sound, especially on stage, is always really nice. So that's a really good factor as a musician, being able to hear yourself really well. And as far as a favorite actual performance, I think would be the one I did at the Painted Ship, because it was a songwriter's night with a very good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Serena Sun. So it was really nice because it was just kind of a roundabout and very like open and, you know, talking about your songs. And I feel like the audience really enjoyed listening about what we wrote the songs about. And, you know, just it felt very like quite a community there. And I just really liked that feeling. It was like very just, you know, heartwarming. Do
you like that sort of like intimate setting? Like
I do, yeah, I do. I feel like for a long time I had done more of like the rock upbeat kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy that as well. But I think there's something to be said for doing the more, intimate acoustic venues, stuff like that, where you can just really put yourself out there and just really be very raw.
Yeah, I love that. Because you do play with a band sometimes.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually haven't done a show with them in a while, but that is just such a different, there's so much energy going on there.
I bet, yeah.
And I've played for a long time with a band that was guys that I went to high school with. And so we went through a music program together, and we were always kind of playing together. So it's just really nice having that chemistry on stage. And I played with other lovely musicians as well. That I've gotten to know, and it's really nice making those connections. And you feel so much adrenaline when you're up there with everyone and you're just rocking out together. Like, it's just amazing.
How would you describe the music scene in Vancouver? As an established artist, do you feel like living in this city has given you some pretty cool opportunities? And what would you like to see happen next for you and your music?
I really do like living in the city. I feel like it has given lots of opportunities for live shows and for doing stuff like this as well.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. I feel like the Vancouver music scene, a lot of artists say, and it is true, is it's very close-knit. So I feel like once you kind of break into that scene, especially in your certain genre, everybody kind of knows everybody. And that's a really nice feeling, because it can feel small in good ways, but big in other better ways too. And finding venues to play and finding bands as well. I've had a couple times where I've done a show and they ask you to you get to pick the band that you want to be alongside with, and that's really nice, and then vice versa. And I've met some really wonderful people doing that.
Oh, that's amazing.
And as far as what I want next for my music, I think I want to get back into full band shows, because I've been on kind of a hiatus with that. I've been kind of busy just trying to work on songwriting and figuring out genres and what I want my music to sound like at home. So I think definitely get some more shows going. I just booked a show actually at the Painted Ship May 17th.
Okay.
With Shadowfax.
Oh my God.
So that will be
very fun. So if you're watching, check that out. Yeah,
that'll be fun. I'll be posting about that in the next little bit. But I think really just getting back out there and hustling and really trying to release more stuff. That was a big New Year's resolution for me.
Yeah.
Which is why Spiked Fruit Punch got released at the end of January, because I was like, let's just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Just get it out there and just hit the ground running.
A great way to start 2025. And are you thinking of any albums or anything? Can you tell us about maybe any unreleased stuff that might be coming soon?
Yeah, I'm thinking of possibly putting out an EP, maybe towards the end of summer. So maybe 4 or 5 songs. And I already have a couple that I've been demoing and working on, and maybe a couple of them I played for this. We don't know. We'll see. So I think there'll definitely be something to look out for in the summer.
Okay, so now I'm curious, which one of your songs are you most proud of? Do you have like a favorite or One that you really feel like you...
I feel like it changes all the time. It's always, most of the time, it's like the most recent that I've put out. So I think Spiked Fruit Punch at the moment. But I think of my all-time favorite song out of the ones I put out would probably be Closer.
Okay, yeah. That was your,
Yeah,
number one on Spotify, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think, seeing the success of that song is really nice because it was one that I put together and I recorded everything at home and then sent it out for mixing. And hearing it back for the first time when it was ready, I was like, this is just, it's a banger, you know?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next song is called Closer. What's your favorite color, babe? Give me a proper answer. Tell me why it appears in my mind when I got a fever. Show me the town where you grew up before you moved to the city. Riding bikes and rollerblades, trying hard not to scrape your knees. 'Cause lately I spent all my time living in a dream, asking when can I come closer than I see. Can you be right in front of me? What's your favorite show you've gone to see? A Saturday night downtown, watching bands bleed. I wanna know what's inside your head when things getting too big. Like that feeling of intimacy just out of my reach. 'Cause lately I spent all my time living in a dream, asking when can I come closer than I see. Can you be right in front of lately? I spend all my time living in a dream, asking when can I come closer than I see. Can you be right in front of me? Right in front of me.
Okay, so for our audience to get to know you a little bit better, I have some rapid fire questions I want to ask you. So I heard you're a Spotify girly. Who was your top artist last year?
My top artist was Julia Jacqueline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. What's your favorite song by her?
Probably right now, Good Guy, but usually it's Ignore Tenderness.
Okay. Do you have a favorite song like of all time?
Honestly, it's probably going to be in the like classic rock 70s. Actually, you know
Yeah.
what I've been listening to a lot lately is The Man Who Sold the World, but the original David Bowie version.
What was the first instrument you learned to play?
My first instrument was piano.
Piano,
So
right.
I learned, I think from like 3 or 4 years old, I started doing classical piano with my aunt.
Do you have a favorite concert you've been to or favorite artist you've seen live?
Ooh, probably Peach Pit. Because they're my favorite local band and I have seen them multiple times.
Yeah.
But I went to go see them at the Commodore Ballroom and that one was
I love
really
the Commodore.
fun. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. If you were stuck on an island with only one of your songs, what song would it be?
One of my songs?
Yes. Just have to listen to it on repeat.
Yeah. Okay. I think probably Spiked Fruit Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Do you have like a go-to outfit when you're on stage or a certain like look you go for?
Yeah. I'm really into, I'm not wearing it now because this would have been perfect, but I'm really into sweater vests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say that's probably my go-to outfit, any one of my vests on stage. Or just a good, like a good short sleeve button up. I like anything kind of like
Yeah.
oversized, you know?
Yeah.
But something that I can just like move around in.
You want to be comfortable on stage, of course.
Definitely, yeah.
When you're choosing a look, what is the first thing that you're drawn to?
Honestly, probably shoes.
Yeah.
Probably shoes. Yeah, because I find I do a lot of like kind of awkward dancing on stage too, and it's nice to feel very comfy, and I just love a good like pair of sneakers, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Most rewarding experience that you've ever had in your career as an artist?
Well, I'll probably have to choose two. I think my first one would be when I first got onto like a Spotify editorial playlist,
Oh, yeah.
which was for Closer. No, that was just an amazing feeling being like, wow,
bet.
my song's good enough to be on here with all these other amazing artists. And I would always put the playlist on shuffle and be like, this artist is on here, and like this one,
Yeah.
and people that I listen to. And then I think another one, the other big one would be when me and my band got to open up for the Sheepdogs at the Malkin Bowl.
Right, yeah.
And that was just like that venue. Okay, that might actually be my favorite venue.
Yeah.
Because that was so fun. And I have gone to see shows there, seen Theater Under the Stars there, because I'm kind of
Love
a musical
Theater Under the
theater
Stars.
girly.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you've said that, I need to know what your favorite musical is.
It's Les Mis.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
classic. Have you
Oh,
seen?
yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it when the movie came out. I went to go see it on opening day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made my grandma take me like a couple weeks later again. And then my mom took me when it came here on Broadway. So I've seen it
So you've
multiple
seen it a lot of
times. I have the
times. Oh my
soundtrack
God, I love
downloaded.
that.
Like, I
Yeah.
love it.
Next question is, do you have a favorite song to cover?
Ooh, I think my go-to would probably be Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah. And I feel like that one, when I've done acoustic gigs, I've always ended with that one. It's just such a crowd pleaser.
Oh yeah.
And, you get to play
Everyone
a
goes
little bit of
crazy.
everything. It's
Yeah.
like 3 songs into one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This one is called The Duck Song. I'm just a duck living in a small pond. I could fly where I want, though I must say the world is just too big for me. I am a silly bird flying where people please, faking it through the years. My friends and feathers get ruffled all together wherever I may go. Why don't you come out of your shell? Why don't you do things for yourself? Is it so bad to want more? Having feelings you just can't quite seem to ignore. Martha's a house gal who cooks for no good spouse. 7 days a week, a little boredom, and she thinks to herself. Time to jump off the shelf. And how mean can one man be? Why don't you come out of your shell? Why don't you do things for yourself? Is it so bad to want more? Have those feelings you just can't quite seem to ignore. I'm just a duck living in a small pond. I could fly where I want, though it may seem scary. I've just gotta carry on.
Who's an artist that you think everyone should be paying attention to right now?
Ooh, okay. I want to say, I think Billie Martin.
Okay.
Really amazing artist, and I think she'll probably be my top Spotify artist this year.
Yeah.
But me and my partner have been getting really into her, and I think her music, just like the feelings that, you know, get brought up every time I listen to it, so amazing. And I'm really into music, especially that just like encapsulates like the feelings of womanhood and growing up in that space. She's got such a beautiful voice as well, and her guitar style is just like unreal.
Yeah, I'll check her out. What are your top 3 favorite albums that inspired or formed your musical style?
Wow. Okay. Well, first one, I gotta shout this out because this was my first concert, and I was obsessed for the longest time, was Selena Gomez and The Scene.
Oh my God, yeah. I saw her live years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first concert. So I think it was, I can't remember which, it was like When the Sun Goes Down, something like that.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that album, because I listened to that probably on repeat and like nothing else for like a full-blown month. Yeah, I think. So that one, and then I would also say, well, I don't know if this really counts because it's like a compilation album, but Beatles Love. Okay. Because it was a Cirque show for a while. Yeah, I went to go see it, and I love how they blend all the songs into each other. Yeah. I guess a true Beatles no, I can't even pick. Like that one just got all the best hits on it. And then I would probably say, I think maybe one of the Peach Pit albums. Yeah. I think the one with Alrighty Aphrodite, Tommy's Party. That was kind of their first like big, Being So Normal. That's the album name. There we go. Yeah, that was the first one that I got into.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, and then last one, if you could pick an artist to collab with, it can be anyone in the world, who would it be? You can think as big as you want here.
I think it would have to be Billie Martin. Yeah. Because I love her stuff so much, and I've been really trying to I feel like I've been influenced by her a lot in my new music that I've been writing. So I just
gotta get that going, Billie Martin, if you're watching this. Okay, thank you so much. Before we end this episode, Zoey, for everyone watching, where can we find your music and see more of you?
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, just Zoey Leven or Zoey Leven Music. And you can also just go to my website, zoeyleven.com, and I have all of my socials linked right there.
Everything's on there. Okay, perfect. Check it out. You heard it here. Okay, Zoey, thank you so much for taking the time to sit here and chat with us and perform. You are so inspiring and inspire so many through your music. So it was an honor to sit down and really get to know you today. So thank you. And a big shout out to the man behind the camera, Blake. Thank you for producing this episode of Live at Evolution. Woo-hoo. Okay, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to tune back in for the next one. I'm Dominique Richard, and this is Live at Evolution.